Following up. So this is another big one. So after you set your deadline, map out when you're going to be doing your follow-ups. My recommendation is to plan on doing at least 3 follow-ups, and this is if you're doing your fundraising in a short period of time. Say if you're doing it over the course of a few days, a few weeks. If you are going to still draw your fundraising out over the course of several months, you'll want to come up with a different follow-up plan. But you definitely want to make sure that when you follow up with people is something that you are making a conscious decision about. As I said, my recommendation is to do at least 3 follow-ups. Asking more than once may seem uncomfortable for some of you, and I know, again, in our experience of working with 3-day participants, some people just don't follow up at all, but you're going to get most of your donations after you do follow-ups. And I think we all know that from our own lives, right? Like, we're busy. Our inboxes get completely out of control. We forget. And the reminder is exactly what helps people remember that they want to donate. I've had a lot of people who have said things like, I'm so sorry, I meant to make a donation. Thank you so much for sending me the link again. I'll take care of that tonight. And again, no one's going to donate if they don't want to, but your follow-up or your follow-ups is what's going to help keep it top of mind for them. You can also give your potential donor an out. For those of us who feel like we're completely badgering people if we're sending too many follow-ups, you can always tell someone if this isn't something that you're able to do. I completely understand. I'd still love for you to let me know if there are people in your life who I can keep in my heart over my event weekend experience. Please give me their names so that I may carry them with me and think of them as I'm walking 60 miles. You can also ask people to forward your email requests along. You can also ask your donors to share that they've made a donation to you on Facebook. There are a lot of other ways that you can do follow-up. And there are also ways that for people who aren't able to donate that they can still be involved and feel part of that process. So this is from when I did Cycle for Survival back in 2013. So this is my first year of participation before I decided to do my fundraising in a very short period of time. But I obviously, when I first sent out my letter on February 7th, I had, it looks like, about 21 donations within the first 2 days, which was great. And then I sent another reminder on the 23rd. I had, at that point, more donations than I had gotten since, February 9th. I saw another spike 2 days later on the 25th. I can't remember, to be honest, if I sent another follow-up out at that point or not. But I did a follow-up the day before the event. And if you take nothing else away from this whole webinar, please let it be that you absolutely must send out a final follow-up email, whether it's the day before your deadline, which I hope, again, is in a shorter period of time and not based on your event date. I got 26 donations the day before the event by sending one more final follow-up email. So the data speaks for itself, right? Obviously, I'm a geek if I have any of this, figured out and on display for you guys to see. But that was a really, really important lesson for me, and it also highlighted what I have been saying, which is that we tend to procrastinate, and we need reminders from people in order to stay on course. And this is a really good reminder that I got for myself back in 2013. That's been really helpful for me, especially as I feel like, I think I've pushed it. I think if people wanted to donate, they would have done it already by now, so I don't want to send another follow-up. And this showed me more than anything how flawed my thinking was with that and how appreciative people were of the reminder and how much they did want to support what I was doing.